So the Galactic Starcruiser has made it back into the news, and many news outlets are calling it a flop. And some are saying, no, it's not. It's not a flop. It's not a flop. But let's break down the reasons why Disney is paying people. They are literally paying people to give them a feedback and wondering why the hotel hasn't been booked out for the remainder of the year. For one thing, the marketing for this hotel has been atrocious, and even this commercial is basically false advertising. This is not what it's like to stay on the Galactic Starcruiser, and this is what they were pushing out, saying, look, you could live out an adventure, you could do this, you could do this. No, it's basically follow an app and then do what the app tells you to do, and you could do all these things. It's the same story over and over and over again. That's one of the main reasons why people won't return. Why? It's the same story. It's like going to see a movie over and over again, a $6,000 movie at that. But let's get into some of these articles and break some of this stuff down. This article here states, why did the Star Wars hotel flop? Disney is desperate to find out. According to Disneyland News, the company is looking to understand why their first fully immersive hotel experience was so bad that no one wanted to book a stay. Now, some guests who had previously stayed at the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser and completed a survey after their stay are being asked to join a paid focus group so Disney can learn about their experiences. Essentially, they're paying even more money to try to find out why their Star Wars hotel was seemingly a flop. The article continues, and it states that this focus group will be asked to participate in a 90-minute virtual session, an hour and a half, that will take place during the last week of June. Participants will be paid $175 via Disney gift card. That's not even enough to get you into the park. It's not even enough to get you into the park for their time. So an hour and a half, you get a $175 Disney gift card to find out what is going on with the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel. But I think many of us already know what the issue is with the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel. Number one being the price. Paying so much for a two-night experience that doesn't really change. Why would you want to come back and experience the same thing over and over again? And remember, upon opening, the people that loved it the most were the people that got a free stay. They got a free stay, the influencers, the YouTubers, things like that. And a lot of them paid the price with their audience because they're like, how could you say this is amazing and not worry about the money when you didn't even pay to go? Now, I know there are people that went and had a great time because that's what they're saying. They had a great time. There's other people that went and said, this is the real reason why this Galactic Starcruiser won't do well in the future. Let's start here with Inside the Magic. Star Wars hotel guest feels genuinely ripped off with lazy theming. Now, this article got this from another blog post of someone who went to experience the hotel, and this is why they say this is just a ripoff. The guest writes, there were so few places to explore, and the whole hotel honestly felt small. It felt like they built the bare minimum. One common space, one cafeteria, one bar, one small garden, and a couple of locked rooms, which also mostly had a minimal theming, and an overpriced gift shop. See, that's probably the biggest issue, is the cost. Everyone's complaining. If you're gonna put this amount of money into a vacation or an experience or whatever it is, it better meet the criteria. And everyone has been comparing the Galactic Starcruiser to, hey man, just go to Hawaii. You know, you could take a Disney 10-day cruise for less than going to the Galactic Starcruiser. All kinds of things. They're just comparing the amount of money you're going to spend on this hotel to other experiences. So number one, a lot of reasons like people ain't going to come back is because it's too expensive for everyone. It's just too expensive. The guest continues to say the actual actors are great with the guests, and that has been the one thing everyone that has gone said the actors are great. Not one complaint about the actors. but there aren't many of them. I feel like if Disney actually paid for more actors rather than almost entirely relying on this app, this wouldn't be a problem. Now that is a huge complaint. So forget the cost. When you enter the Galactic Starcruiser, you are handed a cell phone with the app on here. And on this datapad app is where you get your adventures. You got to work through it. You got to make sure that it's charged. You got to sign a waiver saying you're going to pay all this money if you lose it. And it tells you where to go. So your app alert goes off and it says you got to go here, you got to go there, you got to do this. When you go to Batu, which is Galaxy's Edge, you follow the app. If you want to do more adventures, you just literally have to follow what the app says, and the adventure is on the cell phone app. Now, originally, something like that was supposed to happen at Galaxy's Edge without paying the $6,000 to stay at the hotel. So that's a common complaint. It's like, well, if I don't follow the app or I don't know how to use the app correctly, then I don't get the full experience. Now comes one of the biggest complaints. The guests reported that the cast members at the Star Wars hotel were doing their very best. Seemed a bit inexperienced and really young, just about college age. Yes, that is correct. This is a video of the Disney College program, where many of these college students got the request to work at the Galactic Starcruiser, the Star Wars hotel. Now remember this, these are people that are part of the college program, which means they don't get paid hardly anything. And they also have to pay for room and board to live in the college campuses. They do receive college credits. These are college students that are more than likely going into the hospitality industry. Disney does this because they could save a ton of money in paying experienced people to work in their Disney parks. Now, some of these college students might end up staying to work for Disney full-time, but this is just a way to save a ton of money. And you would think that the price that you're paying for this Galactic Starcruiser hotel, you would want to hire your very, very best. Hire the very, very best, so people that are paying for a premium experience will have it all around. Nothing against these college students. It's the same thing if they were to hire me to be a server, and I have no experience in that whatsoever. And everyone's saying that they're doing their very best. No one is complaining that they're not doing their very best, but the complaint is that they are inexperienced, that maybe they should start somewhere else before they work themselves up to a more expensive premium experience. Well, let's check the bookings. So Bob Chapek did come out and say, yes, the Galactic Starcruiser Hotel is booked through July, which it is. So this is August, September, and October. You can see many rooms are still available. But I think the bigger concern for Disney is October, November, December. November, December. Why isn't December booked? This is the holidays. We kind of get why the summer's booked. People are vacationing. People are doing things. People have free time. But why isn't the holidays booked? What do we have to do? What do we have to change to get that booked up? It's coming quick. So we're going to keep an eye on that. So here is my own personal thoughts. You charge so much money and you advertise one thing, but you give the people something else. You stick in a timeline and you make one adventure, just one adventure. Why would people want to return? Returning guests are a big part of theme parks, resorts, hotels. You have a great experience at a hotel, you're going to go back. But why would people want to return and redo the same thing over and over again? Well, they could play this, they could play this, but it's basically the same thing. The only thing you're offering is unlimited green and blue milk, a free trip to Galaxy's Edge, which they could buy a theme park ticket to, and maybe skipping some of the lines to ride the rides. But that's it. Why would people want to come back? Paying that kind of money and expecting people to come back over and over again, I don't know who you spoke to, but there's not that many people in the world that would do that. Especially when you have people coming out and saying, yeah, it would have been better if, it would have been better this. No, you charge a premium. You need to have a premium experience. You need to change things up. You want it to be Star Wars, not some disco, not Canto Bight, not something from The Last Jedi. People want Star Wars. So now Disney is stuck asking people and paying people, hey, what's going on here? What's happening? How do we fix this moving forward? Maybe they'll listen. Maybe they'll listen, but time will tell. Let me know your thoughts. Please put them in the comment section below about the Galactic Starcruiser.